So I took this picture here before I really knew who I was as a photographer. But do I even know who I am as a photographer? Over the years, I've probably taken thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of images. And for the most part, I had no idea what I was doing. No idea what I was chasing. And most of the time, no idea of what it was that I was looking for. I just wanted to capture a vibe. Capture a feeling in the moment that I was living. I would consider myself a somewhat sentimental guy, but not so much sentimental in material things, but more so in moments. Before I knew I was a photographer, I was just out there taking pictures of anything I could. I just wanted to take images of things that made me feel a certain type of way. Now, what was that feeling? I don't know, but I can't describe it, but I know it when I see it. I know it when I feel it, should I say. See, growing up, my dad was a photographer, and he would have me and my sister sit for hours on end and pose for pictures. And at the time, it was like such a painful process, right? I couldn't stand it. We used to have to sit there. We used to have to sit still. You had the light set up, the camera set up, the light meter, the whole 9 yards. Looking back on it, of course, looking at those images and those portraits, I'm super grateful for it. But at the time, it was a very painful experience. Although, regardless of how painful that experience was, I was always intrigued by the process. You see, when I was younger and we lived in Philly, my dad had a dark room in the basement. And it was always something magical about seeing these blank pieces of paper take a life of their own in that developing tray under that red light. And if you're someone who started out in a dark room, you started out shooting film, developing your own film, and even developing your own prints, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know that feeling the first time you put that paper in that tray and you rock it back and forth, and you see that piece of paper turn into an image, turn into a photograph, and take on a life of its own. Now that's what actually started me down this path. And like most people, when I started taking pictures, I thought I was gonna be way better than I was. And then you come to find out you're not as good as you think you are, because you really can't photograph people, images, and scenes the way you see it in your mind. When you start, or at least when I did, I was still taking snapshots, not photographs. But it really didn't matter how bad I was at it because I loved doing it. So I just kept with it. And I guess that's why I never really got discouraged, and I never stopped, and I never quit, because even though my photographs weren't what I imagined that they would be, I still just love the process of taking images, developing film, developing prints, and trying to capture that vibe, trying to capture that moment. Like I had mentioned before, my dad was really big on portraits, and he used to make me and my sister pose for what felt like hours on end. And of course, my rebellion to that was candids. I like things in the moment. I didn't like to direct people. I didn't want to pose them. I didn't want to sit them down. I just wanted to work with the environment that I had, with the resources and the materials that I had, and shoot whatever, popped up in front of my lens, the way I saw it and the way I felt it. What brings me to this particular video that I'm making right now, and why I'm showing this particular image, is because I've been wanting to share my work in a meaningful way, and more than just on social media through posts and through captions. I want to talk about my journey and what was going on when I was taking these images. Like, what's not only the story behind the image, but what was the story with me personally going on at the time. As I look through my portfolio, I see that I have a lot of great images and I have probably 10 times, maybe 100 times more terrible images. But when you get those certain images that you like and that you love and you want to hold on to, you know, there's always kind of like a story that's going on with you, the photographer, in the background. And so I don't want to make videos about how to and, you know, gear and tech and all of that other stuff, because at the end of the day, it's about capturing great images. And these images tell a story, whether it tells a story of the subject or whether it tells a story of the photographer who created the image. I feel like some of these stories and some of these experiences that I went through could be valuable for other photographers out there, whether you're brand new to the game or you've been in it for a while and you're seasoned like myself. It's just always kind of interesting to hear what the thought process was behind some of these pieces of art. So that's kind of what I want to talk about. I want to talk about me shooting over the years, how I had to build up my confidence to get to a point of where I'm at now, and how sometimes, even though I've been shooting for what seems like forever, sometimes I'll pick up that camera and I'll look at those images that I take and I still feel like a fraud. There's times where I feel like, man, you nailed this one. And then there's times where I feel like, man, you don't really know what you're doing. You're just out here hoping to get lucky. So I'm nowhere near the best. In reality, you know, I'll never be one of the best, one of the greatest. And that's okay, right? That's okay. But I'll always be me. I'll always be that kid who picked up a camera, you know, trying to capture a moment, trying to capture a vibe, trying to capture a feeling. I'll always be that guy who looks back at pictures and gets really emotional. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but like I look at pictures from the past, I get really emotional because it's like that moment is gone forever. You know it's never coming back. And to be able to capture it and freeze it in time and be able to look at it and revisit it again is something so special that I think a lot of people take for granted. A lot of us take for granted, even myself. So this is my story, and I hope that you tune in every once in a while to listen, maybe learn something, you know, maybe take away some type of inspiration, and hopefully, you know, I can share my body of work, you know, in a meaningful way, in a way I've been wanting to as of lately, in a way that I see it. And there's a lot of images that I want to talk about throughout this series, but this particular image right here was the one that when I took this image, I knew I had something special. And I kind of want to tell the story behind this image. So hopefully on the next one, I can tell the story behind this particular image. Well, until the next time, I'm out. Peace.